While I am from Norwalk, I proudly represent the 143rd District of Norwalk and Westport, where we have two wonderful library systems. I am so proud to be able to be living in a state where I can walk into your beautiful library, use my card, and in minutes be able to check a book out from you all and return it when I get home. I am also a proud member of the legislature as Deputy Majority Leader and as co-chair of the LGBTQ+ caucus. We are small but mighty, 5 and growing, so I represent our caucus here today. I'm honored to be here always because as an avid lover of libraries since the time I was a little kid, they were my safe space. I was talking to some of your librarians. I always had the vibe of come as you are. That was every library I've been in, and that has never changed, and I want to thank each and every one of you. One of the reasons it's such a passion for me, early childhood literacy and literacy in general, is because we can see ourselves in the pages and in the stories. And when I was coming up, while there may not have been a lot of books on the shelves about LGBTQ+ folks yet, I wanted to share that this book I have here is something that was really important to me when I was, 25 years ago this book came out, and I haven't seen it in a very long time. I donated my copy. I just checked it out, and it's an anthology of youth, particularly multicultural LGBTQ+ youth, and it's like an old friend, frankly. I read it cover to cover when I was the age of the authors. So to see it on the shelves, to know that somebody who is 20 in their 20s could see this like I did, and read the stories of my generation now, and they could see that they're not alone. They can see that we are there for them now as the next gen. I didn't have access to the stories of my elders in the same way, so this is progress, and this is an amazing asset for all of our communities when anybody of any age can come in and see themselves reflected on the shelves. There's something I've been thinking about a lot, and it gets down to the idea that either we write our own stories or somebody else is going to. And I think that one of the reasons the founders made it the First Amendment is because it is the first. It is perhaps the most important thing, the basis for our society, for us to be able to speak freely with one another in a civil manner so that we can come to greater understanding. And I don't know of a better way than to read a book and to think about it in reflection of our own life. So I want to thank you all for the work you do. I will mention a little bit about the legislation. Yes, we were very proud to pass this bill this past year. I know Senator C.C. Marr, my counterpart in the Westport delegation, was very integral in this work ongoing. It will ensure that all of our municipalities, all 169, will be thinking about how they can set up a protocol for potential challenges in their own communities. And it empowers local communities to do what others have done already. Luckily, where I live in Westport, there was already a protocol in Westport and Norwalk when this sort of thing happens. But it just allows the community to be, have transparency and have a voice in what they would like their young people to see on the shelves, such that someone can't deny what you could choose for your child. And that's just fundamentally a liberty, right? That you get to make these decisions for your own families, that you get to have the option to choose that book out or not, but that doesn't mean that book shouldn't exist on the shelves for anybody. And so I think that's with the spirit of that in mind, that's what we were aiming for, was to empower these local communities, and I'm glad that we could get that across the finish line. So thank you again, Lieutenant Governor, for being such an advocate and champion for our community. I think it's fitting. This is LGBTQ+ History Month. We're celebrating a lot of things in October, but one of them is our history. And so for our history to remain alive and accessible to the next generations, to be a part of this democracy, libraries are amazing and very frankly, the crucial space for that to happen in our country and our state. Thank you.
Thank you.